Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Loneliness. You know, it's one thing to be alone, but happy. Maybe you enjoy not being around people. But it's another to feel alone despite having so many people around you. I remember over 20 years ago, I used to work at a school. I was a immigrant settlement worker. So the newcomers to Canada would, maybe their first week, I'd meet them their first less than a week even. Somebody arrives to a country they know nothing about. It's exciting, it's wonderful and all that. If you think about the last 20 years, how many immigrants and refugees have we lost because they had no support when they first arrived? How many times does it happen? You yourself, maybe you get into something new and you feel so lost and so frustrated and you feel like an imposter. Even if you start helping recently, you just got into volunteering or something, it gets overwhelming. All of these are preventable. Having a little bit of informational support can go a long way. And what do I mean by that? I mean, there's many assessment tools you can use, but do you have somebody that you can turn to for good advice? Okay. I don't mean counseling. I mean advice. And advice is saying the right things, out of context even. Do you have somebody that gives you good advice? Counseling is responding to the right things. That's a little more complicated, but at least somebody that you can just, pick up the phone and say, I've got this event I'm doing. What should I do? Or I have this problem. What should I do? And then people just give you that quick advice. Okay. Now that's not the best way of solving a problem, but at least having somebody you can talk to. Do you have somebody that provides you with useful information to navigate challenges ahead? Do you have a supportive and understanding family? Now, if the answer is no to all three, then you need informational support. You need a network. That's where KTB can help. This is not necessarily about you, the person that needs help. It's about you, the helper, who can better help others. And the reason why I'm making this very clear is because I don't want it to be mistaken that this KTB network is the Integrated Muslim Youth Services Network. That's something totally different. That's something that we build together. That's not something that can be done alone. That's something that requires, first and foremost, you, the future leader, scholar, and counselor, to be committed to the cause. Companionship support. So when it comes to feeling lonely, often people don't have somebody to turn to for information, but they also don't really feel like they belong. They feel left out. They can't really speak to their friends and family about the problems they're going through. And they might even be alone in their interests and their ideas. I mean, this is where companionship comes in. And again, anyone can be a good companion and anyone can provide information. People that provide information, they don't have to rely on 20 years of academics. It could be just their own personal experience. And that's why companionship support and informational support summarizes mentorship. The idea that you're willing to spend maybe an hour a week with somebody who is a past version of yourself. If you can only go back and tell yourself something, you tell it somebody else. Why? Because when you help somebody else, Allah helps you. So if it's about the reciprocity, if it's about what you get out of it, then I can tell you definitely you'll get benefit by helping others. How? Allahu A'lam. That's why your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala needs to be present. You need to also understand that when you love somebody for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards you with sweetness of faith. من أحب أن يجد طعم الإيمان فليحب المرء لا يحبه إلا لله عز وجل. If anyone wants to truly taste the sweetness of Iman, then love someone only for the sake of Allah and for nothing else. I mean, if you can get your heart to that state, then anyone you help, I guarantee you, is going to benefit somehow. Not saying that you'll overcome their challenges and their problems. At the end of the day, their problems still remain their problems. But just that intention alone, just that state of your heart is more than enough of a place to get started and to prevent this idea that who am I to help somebody? I don't know how to help. Yeah, you don't know. Maybe you don't know how to help that person with that specific problem, but you do know how to show up. You do know how to be present. And if you can just add to that, that you know how to love somebody for the sake of Allah alone, for nothing else, then you're well on your way to being an exceptional helper. I look forward to joining you in that journey. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.